guys, how you doing? It's Jack here, back on the Hammer, and today I have a really awesome project to show you that I've been starting to work on. So, about a week ago I asked you guys over on r/RuneScape, if you were to make an FPS map, what place in RuneScape would you transform that city into, or transform into that map? And one of you guys chose Kharid. Now, I went over it, I did a lot of measurements and a lot of examining to look at the verticality of the city, and it turned out to be pretty decent. Now, I'm still deciding on the play mode, but this is what I've done in about a week's worth of work. So this is red spawn, not much to it. It's still a big work in progress. These are some tunnels that I'm working on. This is a rock fixture that I'll show you because there's a gigantic piece of rock between these two entrances over in red spawn, or in that part of the map. So as you can see, I've been starting to work on that. This piece of rock is actually pretty nice. Of course, there's a couple hitches that I still have to work out. But so far, that's what I've worked for red spawn. So I'm going to get into it, just be patient. But yeah, I'm starting to work on two different types of bases. I am trying to stick to Kharid as much as I possibly am, but of course I am going to be using a couple of techniques to make it TF2-ish so that it works just as well and still looks just as good. So I started getting a couple of assets in. I was actually really lucky to get these arches in as assets. They are almost exactly what is in Kharid, so I'll be able to very well duplicate the amount of detail that's in Kharid. Right now I'm just using dev textures for the most part just to get an idea of where everything goes, but I've pretty much finished all of the buildings, including most of the palace, so we'll get right into that. These are just a couple of shops that I've set up. Of course, they're only basic structures right now, but in the next update I'm going to hopefully get it full structure and start putting in some textures. I started putting in a couple of hills just to get an idea of where everything's going to go. There's supposed to be a lighthouse here or some sort of watchtower, but I'm still deciding what to do with that. This is another piece of a house right here. Not finished yet, I just wanted to get an idea of where everything would go. This is the main archway when you enter the city and go through the center of it. So this will be a nice kind of bottleneck, close corners area. The houses still need a lot of work, but of course I just did the basic structures. This is the tanning and general store. So as you can see, just basic structures, very nice. I'm still deciding what to put in these, of course, but you know, it's still a whole lot of work in progress and a whole lot of measurements. I was able to put in the parameter. I'm probably going to put this city on a cliff just so there is a death wall, because unfortunately this just if you go this way, it just leads straight into the I forget what it's called, the Abbey. Yeah, just straight into the Abbey, so that would not be a good idea. It would make the map way too big. I put in a couple more hills and dips right here. I do apologize if I'm saying by the way, I'm just kind of doing this off the top of my head while trying to explain everything. So these are the the basic buildings, and this is a part that I started working on about a day ago. This is the beginning of the palace. Now I only did half of it because thankfully the palace is very symmetrical, so right on this line I'll be able to duplicate just about everything here and just splice it. But I'm going to be doing something in the back here. I'm actually going to be destroying much of the palace. That way blue spawn, which is back there, will be able to come up just as fast as red spawn will be able to. And for the record, a lot of these things are going to be spread out even more, but for the time being, since this map is kind of small, I just want to get an idea of where everything goes. So I'm just kind of condensing everything and building it, and then I'll decide on the spacing later. But I've already put in a lot of basic details for where the pillars go, where the obelisks go, and most of the walls for the palace. Now it is going to be quite big. It's actually going to extend much farther than this. So it's going to extend probably up to here, and I'll probably have to destroy this wall and the back wall, and I still need to do about another 3 stories of it, and I'm probably going to do something down here. As you saw back there, there was a tunnel asset, so maybe I'll do something that'll give you guys a bit of a shortcut to enter a secret room and kind of come up to the checkpoint up here. But as of right now, this is what I have for the palace. A nice close corners area with some hiding spaces. I'll probably put a bit of health packs and ammo back here. And of course there are 3 more stores that go up that way, so it'll be quite interesting to see what I can make over the next week or so. Now back here is blue spawn. This is actually the first part that I made when I started this map, but I've kind of neglected doing much with it else because I've been working on everything else and just trying to get an idea of where everything goes. I did have to extend the map a bit, so I do apologize if you guys see some artifacts right now. This is just a placeholder for the time being. And this is pretty much it. This is actually the Shanty Pass, if you guys haven't realized it. It doesn't look exactly like it now, but give it another week or so and you'll start to see some of the assets. And of course the Shanty Pass will be blocked off, so you know, it just kind of looks like you guys are stuck in the city during a civil war or conflict. And of course there is 2 ways to get out of this map. I would hate to have everyone being sniped and bottlenecked coming out of one area like in Overwatch or something. So there will be 2 areas to come out of this map, so and a lot of cover. I still need to put all of the buildings. I'm probably going to duplicate most of the buildings that are over there and stick them on this side over here. That way there will be just as much verticality in both sides of the map for both teams, and you guys will be able to maneuver around and get some cover in. Now, of course, these are also going to get another 2 or 3 stories, so it should be very vertical, and there should be a lot of sniping nests and a lot of rocket jumping, and a lot of room for scouts and spies to hide in. So I'm very happy with the amount of progress that I've done so far. Now, the only issue I have right now is I'm still deciding on a game mode. I was originally going to do King of the Hill. Now, that might not be such a bad idea, but I was also deciding on maybe doing Payload, where red team would, or the blue team, I'm not sure which actually it is right now, would bring the cart all the way from their spawn up through this center area right here, up through the palace gates, and destroy the palace. Now, I really don't know. I still need a lot of thought to go into it, and if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. What would you decide? King of the Hill, Domination, Checkpoint, I think that's what it's called, or Payload. So please let me know what you guys would think would be best. Please give it a real good look. If you are willing to, please go into Kharid, look at the way it's set up, and give me some feedback, because it is very much appreciated, as I follow a lot of the ideas you guys have given me, and a lot of you guys have given me support on these projects in the past, which I very much do appreciate. So that's it, guys. This is my devlog for week 1. Once again, thank you guys for all of the suggestions. You guys gave me a lot of good suggestions for maybe future maps, but for the time being, I love working Kharid. So thank you guys very much, and I will see you in the next vlog.